What surprised you the most about AHU?
Well, I think this is my sixth or seventh week in the onboarding process, and I really didn't know what to expect, even though I talked to Fatima and my onboarding manager and the people around. But one of the things that surprised me the most was the humongous need to have the office manager here during this training. So I had, unfortunately, my office manager, who is coming next week, on board with me full time, couldn't make this. And to be honest with you, Eddie, a little bit, I wasn't really quite sure if I wanted to, have the expense of buying her airline ticket, put her in a hotel, even if she could come. I'm like, well, I can absorb this and I can come back to the office and I can just fill her in. And probably about midday, the first day, I realized right out of the gate that absolutely am I pushing off my grand opening just by a week and a half or so she can come back here to the July training. The amount of information that is talked about in this training, the onboarding, the items that need to be done, the craftsman, scheduling, how to schedule, the roles and responsibilities of the office manager, the call logs and tracking, the best practices on calls, all that stuff is so important. And I just knew right away that there's no way I could just absorb all the knowledge and come back and fill her in.
Tell me about what you think about the office manager role.
I think it's going to be more than what I expected, which I'm excited about. I think there's going to be more involved with sales, which is exciting. A lot of interaction with clients, and just learning about how business works. And I think it's going to be great. I was really excited about it. I had an opportunity to learn more about ACE because it's a new franchise and I didn't know what was in store for me. And so when I came down here, I learned so much and I'm very excited to start.
There's a couple ways to look at this. One is I want to make sure that I'm successful as a franchise owner. I want to make sure that we take care of the customers the right way. And I want to make sure that my office manager, I hire a good office manager. But more importantly, I want to make sure that I put the tools in place for her to be successful. And I realized here this week that in order for her to be successful, she's got to go through this, because I would do her an injustice, I think, if I try to go back and fill her in on stuff. I know I would probably retain and fill her in on 10% of the stuff, and that's not helping her be successful in this new business venture. She's truly, what she is, going to be my business partner in this. I think it's so super important that she is up to speed on every single aspect about what Ace Handyman is all about.
I think what really surprised me most was the culture about this company. I didn't know much about ACE in general, and I think the caring that this company has for its new employees and for its existing employees, that was my biggest surprise.
What surprised me is the roles and responsibilities of the office manager. When you start the onboarding process and talk to people, and they're going to be doing scheduling, and they're going to answer the phone, but how to answer the phone, how to handle all the 4 different types of customers that we'll call in personality types, how to handle and work with the craftsmen, the responsibilities that come in. So the huge scope of responsibilities the office manager had, I had no idea. You think of an office manager, and prior to this, right, I've worked with office managers. I had office managers work with me in certain roles. This isn't an office manager. It truly is your business partner, and they should be trained exactly like I'm trained. That's how I feel.
Are you ready to open?
I'm ready to open as soon as she gets back from training. I pushed it off, as I said, about a week and a half. She's coming here July 19th, and August 2nd, we are ready to rock and roll.